thought it was already live. Prepare, apologize for the jumping of Dennis Waterman. That's typical of Waterman to jump in, just like in the Sweeney, he'd jump in and make John fall crazy. It's a British TV series. Just say Sweeney. They were detectives. Well, they weren't detectives. They were police officers. Get in a lot of trouble. Good series if you get a chance to find it. All right, Rob Smith. I don't have his me live. I'll let Dennis warble on here. Amazing. He's dead now 4 years, I think. Where did I go live? Oh, here it is. Okay, and I didn't use a tickle stick yesterday on Facebook. I gotta do better than that. How tickled I am that you all are here. See, there's something else I'm sorry. Get my hands on. Okay. There you go. Dennis Waterman with a new Tricks theme. I recommend that series too. All right, I'm going to put this over here. I got a pen in my hand. I've already looked over at Facebook to see if I could find some what bounce off here in the last couple minutes, and I have. Oh, I can't see something here. Pull this out a little more. Let me do that. All right. Actually, I'm going to move this so I can see. Oh no, I need that picture. Let me do something about that. Hold on, I'm going to move that up there. I'm going to come here. I'm going to. Okay, wow, blank screen. Wonderful, ain't it? All right. And I came up with, what I've got on here is his friends posting. Ken Matroni posted about horses. They had the horse named Golden Charmer. You can find the Facebook page for Golden Charmer at Golden Charmer in Facebook. Cheryl Chaplow did something that in the bottom line was about coffee. And Tiffany Sokolowski wrote about, was posting about having a lot of books she needed signed, and someone responded that they were collecting, because I was looking for critters. So let me see, let's start off here. Let me make sure I have this. Yes, I got that. Also, I hope you had your trusty, this is blank for so long. I have my trusty frosty root beer. And a few bottles I still have. Glass bottles, I should say. And we'll just do one other thing here, quick as a bunny rabbit. I can just calm. There you go, do that and that. I was going to be starting drawing as soon as I turn this on. That hasn't turned on well at all. Here, I'm one thing. I should wait till other folks get in here.
I didn't realize how much I was missing out on life.
Let me do this. Actually, let's look at Golden Charmer. There's a thought. I wonder if that's still there. I may have lost it. Also posted, Larry Wagner posted a picture, and credits gone. My friend Larry Wagner, some really, really great things. Not Larry, Ken Matroni. I'm going to get pen to paper soon. There we go. And I'll wait till some others come along the bend here. Get this over here. I'm not seeing anyone's posting anything here now. I probably should do a little bit of that. And I'll be appreciative if y'all jump in. I'm going to have to give this one a bridle. I saw we had all the noted jockeys die here in 90, I think it was 96. It was Friday he died. Not that I'm necessarily... horse racing is a big deal in Florida. Has been for a long time. My friend Ann Sabo does a lot of drawings of horses. I guess she still is. I haven't talked to Ann in a long time. Check in with her one of these days. Need to make a trip over to St. Petersburg. But if you're here watching, please say hello. How do I want to put this kitty's arms? I was thinking, did I just do a drawing like this a couple days ago or a couple weeks ago? Big thing is that last couple days I had a certain schedule plan and kind of got messed up on Friday due to some mechanical issues, not involving computers but air conditioners, and it changed the trajectory of some things. But it did lead to something I've been trying to get done I've been intending to work on, and finally did. If you go to the videos here at YouTube, you'll see a short and sped up version of one of the drawings I've done. And by tonight, there'll be a second. And I figured out finally how to do that because my computer would not cooperate. And I'm having to use a laptop to get it done. But I finally did. I was trying to do it yesterday, couldn't get it to work out. Finally this morning. And I'm glad to finally get that done because I need to add videos here and certainly sped up ones so you can kind of see what I'm doing the drawing and not see the little gaps in between. It is pretty neat to see a drawing come out of nowhere. Now, why this kitty's not using stirrups is up to your imagination. But this, being able to figure out how to do that encourages me further to try to do some, is to get some of the fairies and dragons painted here so I can actually have that process shown. Sped up if not up, hopefully. So I hope to be doing that this week. Now my intent was to work on a comic book today, but I worked on the videos instead. I see how I can pull these off. A little time consuming, but I can do it. Like actually be over here, wouldn't it? Oh, and a tail, of course. Make sure I keep that scattered feel, though, huh? There we go. So watch for the sped up videos being added. Maybe I'll even get one added tomorrow. This one I'm doing right here will not be available for a few days. And I haven't downloaded a lot of the YouTube ones because they don't go. The Facebook ones are the ones that go away. How's that looking? I'm going to be changing the setup of these also. I hope maybe I'll say only, I hope in the next couple weeks. I hope this week actually, but we'll see how things come together. Because, for example, I like to do watercolor here, but I don't really have the right space set up for it. I need that space before I can really keep doing watercolor. Because I need to get the brush and get to the paint and get to the board and so on. Guess I'm a little too zoomed in here. Get out of here. Oh, will that hold? Yeah. One way you make something look like it's further away than it is. Oh, you really can't see that unless I go down here. Is by putting the shadow a certain distance. Now it looks like the horse is in flight almost. And you could add hoof prints. Most of those won't really be seen. I mean, if I was doing this in color, it'd be different. One of the comments on my Facebook page was about making one of these, the drawing in color, and I'm not, as I say, I'm not quite set up for that. Well, I'm just doing black and white here. This is getting me to draw, which I need to do. So there we go, horse. I'm going to keep it just as simple. I could do the whole. I'm thinking of Tampa Bay Downs. Could do the whole setup with Tampa Bay Downs with the railing here and the box on the back and so on. But I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm trying to get the date in here. 8/24. 8/24. Just a simple little drawing. How's that? What do you think? Let me know. Put a comment in the chat if you think it's any good. And yeah, the horse could be better drawn, no doubt about that. In fact, this isn't right at all. Good enough. Doing it off the top of my head. Horses are the hardest animal to draw, no doubt. Now let's see what else I've got here. And I'd love it if those watching would post something, a word, something that may be around them right now. Oh, my page flipped. Well, let's see. If you're not posting, if you're not going to type anything there, I'll just make. I've got. Otherwise, I got this coffee, Tiffany's books, and then yesterday, I didn't get to popcorn and demons and salad. Maybe I'll do something about demon. How about that? People don't like me drawing angry. I don't like drawing angry, evil things either. Part of the fairies and dragons thing I'm doing is going to have some Halloween in it, but they're not going to be angry Halloween. I am doing dragons and all, but. Gonna have my mane too. How about that? I know I'm gonna start drawing the wild hair. Yes, sideburns. It's Elvis. I think this is the devil, a devil, one you might find around the house. But he's got an Elvis cut to his. How's that? Oh, Tony Petrie. Well, hello, Tony. How are you? This is well, I'm always asking for a few words. What I'm doing these days more is just going onto Facebook and seeing what people post, and I'm using that, which is why friend Ken Mitroni wrote post about horses. They have a horse over there in California, and Tiffany Sokolowski, who she's the one who converts my Swampy books into Kindle or to Amazon. She posted about books, and then someone else responded about them. Tiffany was asking, "What do you collect?" And someone responded, "Cats." It said they were starting a Stephen King collection. I don't know how you start with it. They're everywhere. I mean, there's still them, Tom Clancy, Nora Roberts. Their books are everywhere. You could just go to any library bookstore. They'll give you the book. Get the heck out of here. But anyway, that's where this came from. And then this because yesterday Scott Shaw, cartoonist Scott Shaw, posted about demons about for some reason. Could have been, I don't know what it was about. And Cheryl Chaplot posted something today that ended up being about coffee. And Cortland Richards posted about Sal. Those are just the ones I saw. You can feel free to add a word if you want to, Tony. So I just thought I'd draw something I don't usually draw. By the way, I was just saying I have short videos finally. I've added, I hadn't added any since January. So this is the devil with a sideburns doing the Elvis thing. This is close here to doing, and I don't know if you mentioned it or someone said I should be doing, because I do have background in comic books and superheroes, and I don't do anything with them here. People like my cute little critters. I'll put some superhero knowledge in here. Really, you really should not do this unless you have pencils. Let's see how I do. But that's the fun part of it all. And the big thing, of course, doing this, Tony, is to get me to draw, which I've just not been doing a good job of at all in the past 5 months. So I'm probably going to go park myself over at that Publix we talked about tomorrow. Well, I got a couple things I need to get done tomorrow, as it turns out, but I may end up there. Certainly in the next couple days I'll be there. Whoa, let me watch what I'm doing here. He's got a hairy back. Yeah. Well, I've got a whole bunch of. Yeah, I did yesterday. I did. Did I post it? Of the squirrel? No, I didn't post the squirrel because someone posted. Who posted about superheroes yesterday? Oh, you did. You posted about comics, so that's why you posted about comics. And Laura, my friend Lori Blassingham, who I'll be meeting, we talked about her. She's the one who wants to do the booth in Silver Spring Shores. I'm meeting with her on the 31st. But she posted about, of course, squirrels. So I did a super squirrel. I think it's in a scanner, actually. Hold on, I haven't scanned it in yet. Yeah. Oh no, just had a big timber there. But here's the result of yesterday's super squirrel going after a dog. I forget who posted about dogs. Someone posted something about dogs. So I did dogs. And then my Corey, my Amber's Corey came on, and Amber was here, and so I he said he was making tacos, so here's tacos, and anyway, that's where all that came from. I'll be posting on Facebook soon. Give him a hairy. Actually, I've got a better pen for that. Let me use a better pen. Let's see. Well, I could do, yeah, I could do superhero, yeah. Too many comics. Heck, I didn't get out to do what I wanted to do today. What's really sad is how many people today look like this normally. That's sad, isn't it? But thank you for being here, Tony. And if we do a booth or something, we could do a live thing like this. Get people to participate. Then give away the drawing, do a drawing. Who wants to get the drawing? If they want it. There's that too. All right. Let's see, can you see that? Get down here. Don't suppose, Tony, you'd have any time to meet me in a Sam's Club and help me get some shelving I need to get. You know the Sam's Club. I need to get shelving that's on wheels. But I can't. I guess they have people who can help me lift it. Oh, I need to draw the tail. But actually, I'm gonna. Here's where the brush comes in, because it's all gonna be black. Oh, actually, that's a brand new one. I'll use this one. I think, Tony, you wanted me to help you with something, and you'll have to remind me. I'm really anxious to catch up with a lot of stuff I've had to let sit and stew. I just got to be drawing more, working harder, and working faster. Okay, let's get some. Ooh, the muscle looks better if I do it up here. Oh, hold on. There she is. Cloven hoof. Now, a week from today, I'm going to be doing the opposite of this. In fact, I'm not going to be doing a live here. I'm going to be at a church for an ice cream social, and I'm not bringing this drawing with me. You might find that hard to believe. It's surprising, but I'm not. One of the main things is to find out what's going on with the church. Being on the historical side of things, we're trying to figure out what's going on with the church next door to the church that's having the ice cream social. So I hope to get some answers while I'm there. And get some ice cream and do some fellowship. They've got a really small church. I was watching the video of it today. I didn't like how the fellow leading the church was wearing flip-flops. Ugh. That's not showing much respect. I don't care for that. People shouldn't be wearing flip-flops to begin with, but certainly not when you're leading the bloody church. I should be using a brush. I'm getting myself in trouble here. See, now this is not, I need to differentiate here. I'm going to make that really thick, that like that. I should have done that with thinner pen over here. Ooh, I just got ink all over my hand. Now, if this was a real gag cartoon, I would done this much simpler than I am. Like that. Everything's kind of a line. Simplicity is critically important for a gag cartoon. I did a ton of them 30 years ago. That's when there was still a market. There ain't one no more. See, I definitely would if I would redraw this completely different now. Even though I don't drink coffee, I have a coffee machine that makes coffee because I love the smell. I actually believe it's in a storage room, few hours away. I love the smell of coffee. Let's at least get that in here. When? Right now? And you didn't invite me? Thanks. You're a pal. Forget it. I never want to hear from you again. I got the root beer. Here's my frosty root beer in a glass. Tomorrow is a holiday, as you'll see on Swampy's or my personal page. There you go. Hey, smelly. Yeah, no, I'm not making that. See, the thing is, I don't know if I mentioned this to you, Tony, but as our friend Melissa Busby has pointed out, and I think very astutely, my drawing has dropped off because of not drawing for about 5 months. Not drawing consistently for 5 months, only drawing maybe basically I've drawn in 5 months, I've drawn just a handful of hours. And I feel it. So I've got to get back to drawing as much as I can. Doing too many lines. But this is working better that way, I think, though. Make sure he looks large and gregarious. How's that? For what it's worth. Well, there's Bill Dussinger out of Pennsylvania. How are you, Bill? Premature. 24th. I don't know if Bill knows Ken Mitroni or not. I kind of grew up, in a sense, certainly cartoon-wise, but I grew up in Orlando, and Ken grew up over in Brevard County near Satellite Beach. If I have that. Anyway, I started seeing him at the Orlando Con, one of the very first comic book conventions in the country. Great cartoonist then, great cartoonist now. He helped helm the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated cartoons, and They live in California now, have for a long time. They have a little place over in D-Land. One of these times I want to meet up with them. Usually it's his wife who comes out to D-Land. They come in February because she goes to the NASCAR races. This past year I wasn't able to do it, and I don't think she could either. But maybe next year things are better. My life was far too complicated then. All right, cream and sugar. So what else? You want to post a word or something on here? Don't you? These are looking a little better. I think doing more, get myself back in the mindset of this. Balloons. I'm gonna pick up on your Mighty Mouse. Strip the mouse out of there, or strip the mighty out of there, and just make it a mouse. I was gonna have him drinking. Let's see how I can pull this off. That's the idea. Challenged. Think quick. I think that's one of the things I suffer from the most in the last 5 months is I haven't been challenging my brain as much. The work I was doing was very mechanical in a sense, and I work really well with that. But everything else falls apart. There's Team Sporty. Give him some cheese. Draw Alf. I've got. Yeah. Well, there's one coming up in Ocala, right? It's October. What the heck is all these comic conventions in Ocala? Then again, look all the stores. Well, we're down to just the Vibranium, and then that bearded brown coat Scott has two, right? I've been to the one in Bellevue recently. Oh, I guess it wasn't so recently. 3 months ago. Draw Alf. Oh, the television program. Oh, he retracted that. Team Sporty. Team Sporty. Yeah, I don't like drawing other people's characters, though that was something I guess Tony and I were just talking about. It's very popular to do that. But I've made it 46 years professionally, and I've just never gotten into that. So I'm not, at this age, I'm probably not going to be good at trying to suddenly change gear. I'm not going to. It's just ridiculous to do that. And if I did draw other characters, it would be superheroes. Those I could do. I do have a bunch of birthdays coming up, and I'm probably going to do some lives. In fact, one of them is one or two of them are September 1st. And I did part of the drawing yesterday during my Facebook Live. So I might paint that. I got a problem here. You can't be really holding this. Talent, well, it's I don't know about talent. A lot of folks can draw. It doesn't matter if they keep doing it or not. I gotta put these in his hands. It's all right. I gotta put it on on a table. It's just 46 years of drawing. And frankly, I'm a little rusty right now after 5 months and really not only not drawing, but specifically not drawing, trying not to draw so I can do the other work I was doing. That's why I mean, I absolutely love philosophy. I would love to be, love to have been a philosophy professor. But if I start to get into it, I can't draw. So if I start to really read it, I suddenly have trouble drawing because it's a whole different brain area of the brain for me, at least. I've heard that true for others too. I think most people just avoid it. But I am very proud that I've done two of my swampy books all about philosophy and philosophical ideas. Very proud of that, even though it has nothing to do with Florida history per se. Root beer, or yeah, no, root beer. Root beer. That's what Tony said. He's drinking root beer floats right now. I'm trying to slow down. I was drawing a little quick. I believe Busby was one of the ones who also commented on that. Well, maybe there is a counter here. I put them on spinning chairs, but you can't see the spinning chairs, so you best put it back here. So it looks like they've got some sort of chair. There you go. Let's see if I can pull this off. Hold on, I gotta see. Maybe he's and what helps me draw like this is I did caricatures for in that whole 46 years, and that's just, and the way I approach it is that I make up things as I draw, and I draw people's life story and their histories. That's the fun part for me. Hello, Andrea Kaczynski. Hello, Andrea. Well, Andrea, hope you're able to come over to the comic book thing. And Tony, I was mentioning Andrea might be joining us at the comic book convention. I hope so. She and Caleb. But yeah, at the 7th too, because you were saying you guys were doing something on the 6th over at Walden Farms. I remember now. I was hoping to get with Craig Zablo, but he's going on Saturday. But everything keeps pointing to the 7th. I think I'll do that. So I'll be missing drawing here on Sunday, 2 Sundays in a row. Now that I think about it, unless I do something over there. Well, I hope you can. Actually, be neat if I could get maybe you could always just drop Caleb off something, and then he could help me do a live. Just a thought. One of the things I'm doing about going there is seeing about having a booth or having a table in the future there. Maybe even in January, if they're still doing a show in January, which I think they probably did. They did this last January. Ooh, tight here, but I'm getting the balloons in. Yeah, come on by. Oh, I didn't know what those. Do you all see the crowns after your name, or is it just me that sees the crowns? Well, just come on by. We'll figure it out. And you were going to tell me how things went with the meeting with that mayor. So that's not reading as balloons as it should. Yeah, Tony. Andrea went to go speak to the mayor of Deltona because she's looking to run as for mayor and governor and anything else comes along. I'm kidding. Oh, no, I need to thank you all for being. And please click the thumbs up if you would. You see the crowns? You have a number two, a number one. Tony, you did have number one. And then Andrew got number one. And Dussinger had a two. It's like Team Sporty had a two. You're two. So I guess Team Sporty went away. And Dussinger went away. Is that how that worked? I have no idea what these means. What a great meeting. Yeah, Andrea's going to run. Andrea's running for governor here next year. She's promising free root beer floats for all Floridians. So she told me, at least. Unless she goes back on it, then we won't vote for her, will we? See how I got the balloons in? There you go, Tony. Like, share, subscribe. Yeah, I've got my. It's taken me quite a while, but yesterday while we had an issue here Friday, which threw me off for Saturday, but it got me to. I had to get my laptop, and so I started thinking, and bing, 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 and I finally figured out how to get the sped up videos I used to do, making them again. So I started yesterday. I finished up one today. I've got another one just about ready to go. But I finally figured out how to do it. I have to use my old computer because I have to have the old Photoshop to get work done. The new Photoshop's impossible to use and expensive, but it's more than it's just ridiculous. Um, but I had to move it to the laptop to make the video, then put it back into the old computer to make the actual video. We'll campaign Andrea for what is it you're running for, Andrea? I forgot. Governor, mayor, dog catcher, bon votant. All right, I'm gonna keep it that simple. I don't. I guess Busby's not here. Busby's been one that's kind of indicate I need to keep things simpler. I can just not always add everything to it. Good point. There you go. How's that? I got the root beer float. I just got to remember. I got to tell me if I don't write this down, I'm going to forget. There's the Mighty Mouse. Well, that was you, and the root beer float was you, and the balloons were you. Okay. Oops, fell on the floor. I need that when I wrap up here in just a few minutes. Thank you. Andrea, you run on this platform and you will be the next governor of the state of Florida. Free root beer floats for all. See, what you do is you run for governor and Caleb makes all the root beer floats. Yeah, that's awesome. I know. That's a lot of ice cream. There's never enough. So there's never a lot because there can't be enough. Drawing these fast little faces is not as easy as it seems. Yeah, I gotta finish. I was trying to read read those comments real quick. Okay, real quickly. That's yeah. I hope you can come on this, maybe I can meet with y'all afterwards. I've got to I've got to go back that. Well, no, not, I can go back that way. There you go. Andrew Kaczynski running for governor of Florida. Governor. Mask writer. I don't know. I run into a lot of stuff. It's helpful to tell me ahead of time so I know what I'm looking for. A mask writer. As much as I've seen, I probably have, but I'm not sure. Are these big little books? Are these magazines? Are they books? I've kept my eye out. My friend Larry Wagner. Oh, Bob, that was what I was going to draw. He just put. Andrew would love this. He and his wife live out Jacksonville, but they love the country life, and they just redid their porch and put some old rocking chairs. They're not new. They're old rocking chairs and a wooden barrel and some. It was really neat. I was going to do a drawing about that, but maybe another time. Thank you. Thank you. You have to tell me about that. I don't know, and I have to look it up. But all right, so we're at 8 o'clock, and I try to keep to the time if I can. I probably will come back and do some lives, specifically doing some of the fairies and dragons this week. I don't. It may be unannounced. I'll just pop on just to do videos and also to get the work done and have some. What we want to do is sell these. Hopefully, have them for sale, but have a link to the video to see how people can see it in some part being created, either whether it be the pencil and inks or the watercolor. I'm going to try back to do watercolor again. It was tough. I really need to completely set this up. I don't know if Tony responded to help me pick something up at Sam's Club, but I need to set things up differently here so I can use watercolor, and also I can do some other videos. It's something I never could do at Palm Bay. It was just that whole situation was just unbelievable, involving doing anything. But anyway, let's see if I can do that. Okay, here's the Andrea for governor. Root beer floats with an ingenious little mouse who found a way to get to the root beer barrel, a root beer float. And then, what if the devil needs coffee in the morning? And there you go. Typical office scene for many, I would guess. All right, thank you all for being here. Tony, you can send me a message about the Masked Rider. That also sounds like a TV program. Hold on, let me do a quick. Right. And think if you have a chance to click the thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. Is this? I'm seeing something completely different about a robot. It's part of the not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Part of the Taylor and Jacob. What the heck is this? Saban's. It was a live action series of. The hey is this? Is it like Ultron or something? This is Asian. I was thinking this was something totally different. I thought this was cowboy related. And there's a Masked Rider TV series from '95 to '96. That didn't last long. Oh, Power Rangers. That's it. If there's another one, it's not coming up. It's heavy duty. Okay, let me go back to where the video is. Oh, I guess maybe Tony left. Novellas. I'll have to send you pictures. Novellas. Are they westerns or science fiction? Thank you, Andrea. Thank you for being here. I hope to see you on the 7th, whether it be at the con or maybe after. Tony, what are... I think it's... Did you... Novellas. Oh, sounds western, but I'm seeing something totally different. Let me try it western. The Masked Rider 1919 film. Book by Walter A. Thompson's novel, 1949. Walter Tompkins. Oh, it was a pulp. It was a pulp series. Western adventure story starring. Masked Rider was a Western magazine. Yeah, they might be at that date. I don't know if you're still here, but that Daytona Beach Comic Con might have somebody with them. I bet Tom Roth would know, but it would cost you a few bob from Tom. Okay, there you go. Okay, yes, okay, I found it. But wow, it's way overshadowed by this Power Rangers Masked Rider. But I don't see any prices. I'm trying to get my head around this manga stuff a little bit if I can. Where the heck did I just do all that? Oh, I've got too many windows open. Let me do something, get rid of some of these because I'm getting confused. Where is the one I just had? Is that it? No. Can I accidentally close it? No. All that. Okay, let me go over here. Let me try. Is it that one? No, that is that one. Oh, here it is. Okay. Masked Rider. Shop. I must do shopping. Oh, yeah, you can give $10 on. Oh, there's a collection you can get at Barnes and Noble for $17. Here's $6.50. They are pretty inexpensive. You know, I just saw a bunch of pulps. Where? So it must have been when I was at in Altamont or in Winter Park, the two antique stores. Somebody had a whole bunch of pulps, and I think there were some Western. But I'm not. That could have been. These aren't real expensive. Well, here's one, $65.25. But the intent is just to read them, and then you get one that's not in good shape. Here's $3.99. What's this? How did free return? Somebody could read the book and send it back? Don't, that's so silly. Iron Horse Gunsmoke book. What is this? I'm sorry. Masked Rider number 7, Iron Horse Gunsmoke. Are you looking for these? You know what I'd love? I don't tell me if you're still here, but something I would absolutely positively love. I mean, just no doubt, I'd love to do is do some Florida westerns. Absolutely love to do that. Again, to better establish that how cowboys started in Florida before they were out west. And I know I know where I would set it. I know I've been thinking about this for a couple decades, more than a couple decades. I'm sorry, probably 30 years. But I wasn't real. I got more and more gung ho as I kept reading history and learning more and more about it. I don't know if you're still here or not, but I see it. I see the. I'm sure. I'm not sure if you're looking for issues of it or would. I maybe if you want some Kindle versions, I could probably get those free if I looked, and I would. Here's $437.50 for one of the Mask Riders. Wow, that's a lot. That's crazy. There's so $20. So Barnes and Noble selling individual ones. Donald Bain Hobart. Okay, I'll keep looking into it. Let me know what you're looking for specifically. Let me see what you're looking for Kindle version. I can probably track something down for you. Yeah, I really want to do one. Oddly enough, Swamp. Yeah, I hadn't really. I admit, right now, first time, hadn't thought of this. Well, why don't I have? If I'm having Swampy go back interact in the 1600s, why? Oh, you sent me an image. It looks like, and I'm not sure if that's Facebook or where, but why don't I have Swampy get involved with? Yeah, that's a thought. I'm sending him into others. Hmm. Okay, maybe there is a way I can do a Western and include it as part of the Swampy group. That's a good idea. Let me see if I can find. You're sending me. I'm not sure where they're going. They're going to my. Okay, I can't see them because I'm using the phone. I'd be able to see text, but I'll look at those later. I'll see what I can find about them. I don't know if Donald Bain Hobart is a. It doesn't say when it was written. I'm on Barnes and Noble's site, by the way. Oh, so these are probably these have fallen out of. Oh. Yeah, let me. I gotta think about it. I may have a way to do a Western, which I hadn't thought of with Swampy being because he was around. According to my history of him, if he was around the 1600s, he certainly was around the 1800s. So he could be. I got to think about that. I've thought about having him at different periods of time and things that he would interact with. In fact, I have a whole thing that I was going to do in, oddly enough, around 1900, when there was some shenanigans going on. And, he was going to get involved with a con man, quite frankly, involving some land sales and deals, which is getting some of my own personal expertise in that area. Anyway, I'll keep looking for it, Tony. I don't know if you're still here, but thank you for being here. Yeah, it's a thought. Yeah, well, we can talk about it. If you want to get together, let me know when. I'm quite a bit more open than I was. Well, we've got something arranged to meet, right? Um, we've got arranged, don't I? It's in the calendar. I mean, look, I've started making a whole bunch of appointments now that I have free time of sorts. I'll have to check here. Well, Comic Con, if you go to that. Didn't we arrange for a date and time? Or we were just going to meet at the Publix at some point. Let me know if you're going to the Publix this week, and maybe I'll arrange to be there too. And we can meet upstairs on the second floor. In fact, if your wife could go shopping, you can come upstairs. How about that? That's a good husband. Anyway, I'll talk. All right, well, yeah, we'll take photos of that. Tony be a good husband on the side, a whole story away from the shopping experience. Okay, thank you very much. We'll get together here. Let me know if you're going to Pearl, Britain, and we can meet over there. Uh, All right, I will talk to y'all later. I'm gonna go. I'll start scanning some of these. And first, I want to get this other video up. Probably won't post it on Facebook and all till tomorrow, so I don't post too much. But I want to get up on YouTube ASAP. All right, and there's many more I could do. Thank you all for being here. Y'all have fun. Take care. Rob Smith. Good night. Good night.